it's me, Darren, and it is Wednesday night, and I thought I'd come out here and go live. I talked to one person who asked me about it, so here we are. And it's a little late. It's around 9:30, but it's been so long I almost forgot what I need to do to set this whole thing up to be able to go live for you guys. And the last time we talked was a week ago. I had some crazy stuff going on, and I was not able to come out here for you. I had a dental emergency, and it just wasn't in the cards for me to come out here. I was advised not to by one of my consultants, who told me to just wait. So took a week to get things together. What have I done in that time? Well, of course, I had to go to my dentist, which is in Mandeville, Louisiana. I went to a fall festival at a plantation, and I posted a video for it, and that video is up there on my site. So if you are a regular viewer, you could probably go see that video. And if you do, let me know what you think about it because I enjoy all of your input. Hold on, let me see if I can move this light. I don't know if that's better or not. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I had to rearrange this whole setup for you to get to go live today. So I had a couple of possible topics in the mail. I mean, and ideas. I was going to talk about the drunkest city in each state. We had talked about that before. I got some information on it. So if more people show up, we'll talk about it. And I want to hear about you guys' lives as well. So I hope some of you guys show up today. I know it's impromptu. I sent one little message out there, which only one person responded to, and that's perfectly fine. So our topic tonight is up for grabs. Christmas is coming up. I went to Chick-fil-A today, and to get out of traffic, we have this street called College Drive down here, and I was around 6:30 being out. I thought the traffic would be better by then, but it wasn't. So I just went into Chick-fil-A because I needed something to eat anyway, and I found out that they are having on back of the counter. I saw that they had banana pudding shakes, and that didn't sound too good. They usually have the peppermint shakes for Christmas. And I asked her, I said, man, are you guys not doing the peppermint shakes anymore? Because they were so good. I didn't know if they were just going to do the banana pudding shake, which sounds terrible. And she said they do have them. So I had one of those today, and it was delicious. We got the zombie baby still here. He has been pretty occupied at school. They're getting ready for Thanksgiving over there. They had a Thanksgiving play, and everybody got to be a part of it. He was upset because they didn't have a part for him. They didn't know where he could fit in a Thanksgiving play. And that's fine. He doesn't need to be in it. He and I are just going to take that day off of school. I'm not even going to make him go to school that day. He's going to have that day off, and we will do something fun for the two of us. But he has been in okay mood. His disposition has been okay. He didn't get his subscribers that he wanted for Halloween. You remember? He wanted those 2,000 subscribers. We got around 1,800 now, and that's pretty good. But we're still trying. I was going to try to come on every day for December. Hey, Lori, what's going on? Good to see you. How have you been? I know you're dealing with a lot of personal things in your life, so we don't have to talk about it here, but I hope everything's going well. I just wanted to come on live because we haven't been out here in a while. Because I've been dealing with a lot of things, or one thing in particular, and I wasn't able to come on. It was a dental emergency. Oh, good. I'm glad they're helping. I know what that's like. Not exactly what you're going through, but of course, I did see my parents get old, and being their caretakers and such is very stressful. I know that. And when you have other family members involved that want to put their input in, and you believe it should be just you, I don't know exactly what that's like because it was just me and my sister, and we were always on the same page about things for the most part. So anyway, what did you think about my video? I know you saw the Destrehan video. I was looking at the audience on the video about their retention level, and for the most part, they watched the whole thing through. The biggest dip in that video was where the pepper jelly guy was talking. That kind of goes down, which means they fast forwarded that part. And I kind of knew that going in. I just thought that was a better beginning. I should have had more. Hey, Wild Bill, yeah, I took your advice. I was incognito for a little while. I think that was best in hindsight. I just hope my my watch time hours don't suffer. You know what I mean? So yeah, that video, the dip was when the pepper jelly guy was talking. People kind of fast forwarded him. And that's kind of my fault. If I would have known I was going to make that a big part, I would have gotten more shots of the pepper jelly to put on screen as he was talking, make it more interesting. But I thought that guy had a lot of value, so I left him in there. And there he was. But for the most part, that video, people watched the whole way through. There was no gap in there. I'll see if I can show you my... So yeah, the pepper jelly guy, he was a real good guy. I'll have to put his information in the description so people could see it. But I'll show you my engagement level. See if you can see it. Hold on. So you can see, I don't know if you can see this blue line, because I can't see it. And you see how it goes all the way through. There's a big steady line. That means nobody dipped out. This dip right here that you see, this is where people dipped out. Either they fast forwarded and then they just watched that long way. And toward the end with the music part of it, they kind of dipped out on that. They didn't know what to do with it. But it was, I'm pretty happy with it. People watched 67.3% of that video. I think that's above average, really. The average view duration is 6 minutes, which actually isn't bad, because 6 minutes is still watched. Most people aren't going to watch your whole video. They're just not going to do it. I'm telling you, a lot of people love... Oh, I know our people do, the people in our little local world, but a lot of people that watch my channel, they're just burnt out of that a little bit. But you know, it's what we have down here. It's what I do. So they're probably just going to see more of it. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's how it is. And they said they're going to watch everything. Oh, they did? That's so nice. I hope they do. Oh, I hope they do subscribe. One person did subscribe for that last video. One person did subscribe. That was good. Oh, I also had the 13th Gate cast party, which I went to. And it was nice seeing some people. I didn't stay there that long because I was missing a tooth because I have an artificial tooth here. And I couldn't get that fixed, but I went there just to be social. Didn't stay long, though, because, nobody wants to stay long when they're dealing with something like that. Well, I appreciate you supporting my channel, Lori. That means a lot to me. I hope your people do subscribe and come on out there to watch it. And that was a great idea because some of the footage I got was really good. I used a wide angle lens to capture a wider area. And some of those shots I thought were really good. I think I captured the gist of it. It looked fun. The house looked good in the video. It was able to show them all the people that were there. I saw that Homeless House is putting all of their Christmas decorations up. I was surprised at how many people showed up over there. That was a lot of people. I mean, my word. I couldn't believe how far I had to walk. And it was like I said in the video, if I would have known that, I may have stayed home. Because that was a lot of walking, but once I was there, it was perfectly fine. And, what's a grown man going to do with a bunch of arts and crafts? I don't need any of that stuff. I wish I would have had some oatmeal bath stuff. I got some of that at one of those when I was at the Bigfoot convention. One of their vendors had some oatmeal bath salts, and that stuff is so good. I would love to experience that again. I know. I thought after I should have walked through the vendors more. I didn't go on the left side. I mostly stayed on the right. And that was just paintings and woodwork and stuff like that. Wild Bill, you should make some woodwork to sell. Didn't you used to do woodworking and such? They were selling a lot of that over there. Oh, I know. It's beautiful. I wish I would have looked. I probably could have gotten some soap. At the Bigfoot thing, I got some of the soap. After I'd finished that video, I should have walked around and bought some things. Because I had all that content complete before I even saw you and Rhett over there. I knew that I had enough to make a video. I knew that I had an intro, and I knew that I had an outro. So, yeah, I used to make custom pins. That's the kind of stuff they sold over there. And it was fun. I should have called you. You could have met us out there. We would have had a good time. There was food over there, live music. People were chilling and having fun. I knew you wouldn't have went, and that's kind of far for you. All the way in Destrehan, Louisiana. It was fun. Hello, new person. Thanks for joining us. My name is Darren, or Dream Disturber, on all social media. You don't have to join the conversation, but it's nice if you do. We've got Lori here. plantation enthusiast in the area. Wild Bill, a young maverick, a desperado, likes to keep to himself, but he comes out here to my live feeds, and I appreciate it. So yeah, some people just like to watch. Even my enemies watch my stuff. That's what's so great about it. My content's so good, even my enemies wish me a blessing. So that's good. I learned that from a preacher man I used to watch on TV at night. You're going to live life so good, even your enemies wish you a blessing. So ever since then, that's what I strive for. Even your enemies wish you a blessing. I bet I know who. You don't know who, Lori. You don't know my enemies. You don't know my enemies. You may think you do. I don't think you do. So one day we're going to talk about the drunkest city in every state. I have some information about that. I always thought about doing a live where we talk about that. The hardest thing about these lives is finding content for you guys, finding things specific, but lately it's been fun just hanging out. Hanging out. We got Thanksgiving coming up. That'll be fun. Yeah, I know you're joking. They probably do watch too. You never know. Never know what they're going to do. So somebody texted me. I posted that video on Kuiper's site too, and somebody said that their booth was right by the pepper jelly guy booth when I was filming. And I said, I wish I know that. I would have talked to you as well, because she could have promoted her business. Thing about doing things like that, I think people like when I talk to random people, because part of my video is about people, meeting them and such. But some people are very nervous about being interviewed, and I get it. They don't know me or my channel, and they don't know what we're going to talk about, so they don't want to be interviewed on the TV. But the ones that do get interviewed, they really like it. I know who I'm joking. That person. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he's not my enemy. Not mine. I get along pretty good. I talked to him today. We communicated today. Do you know he even reached out to my sister who's on his site? I need to have her join your site as well. No, I just don't understand. Yeah, why does he do that? Why does he steal pictures? Unless he's standing in my footsteps. I don't know. He did it first. His page was there first. He's setting the bar. He's got coming on 2,000 subscribers. He said a year ago. I've been trying to tell him to go live on Facebook. I know a lot of people would watch him and his wife go live, and they could discuss things that they want to do, things in the plantation industry. He should have 1 week, but you can't tell him anything. He doesn't listen to you. You know, he wants to be a photographer. I don't think that's his forte, to be honest with you. Stick with that web page. You're doing fantastic. Make that the best it could be. I talked to Susan Brewer. She's a friend of ours from Home's House. No, that's my dream, photography. Well, you know, I was a photographer back in the day. I was my high school photographer and a little bit in college. That was way before digital film came along. And back then, my vision, it was just too sporadic to be able to do that, come out good. But that's when we had to develop our film, your own film. So I kind of got out of it for a while. Then digital came along and it makes it more accessible to me. So I do it now again. Oh, now I'm more into video. I would like to get into video and photography, but it's just too hard to concentrate on two things. You know, I already have the 360-degree camera. I've got my regular camera for videos, and I can only do so much in the wild. I was glad I was able to get those 360-degree photos in Destrehan because they're fun to post. Did you know Facebook is the only social media that lets me post a 360-degree picture where people can scroll around in it? And that is one of the reasons that I'm still on Facebook, because it's the only social media that lets me post that. I was in Mandeville. I was by the lake today. I wish I would have had the camera then. I could have taken a picture, but I didn't bring it. But I don't love Facebook as much as you guys do. I have family in Mandeville, Lori says. Yeah, Mandeville's a beautiful place. I filmed, I worked on a couple of movie sets there. My dentist is there. But I never went to the lakefront in a long time. And I thought it was beautiful on the lakefront. The houses were nice. And lake was nice. It was kind of windy and overcast. My favorite kind of day. They had a bunch of swing sets in that park. Some people were in there. I got to talk to them. I took a picture for them. They took a picture for me. They own the Society Pizza Place, the Sicily Pizza Place. Yeah, I normally would have gotten something to eat, but I just had dental work done and I could not eat until that night. There's a place called Cafe Lynn that I love over there. And a little fancy place, but I couldn't go. So I figured, oh, well, let me go to the riverfront and get some photos. I have a little video. I just haven't edited it yet. It's just showing them the river and things. Nothing too exciting. I like to have a video in the can. I like to have content or a video that I could throw together if I have to, if I end up not doing something for a while. So maybe tomorrow I'll do that. One of the things I miss about having cable is not watching those late night preacher men on TV. Sometimes when I would come in, it was around 2, or if I was just up, I love watching those. I don't know what kind of preaching style that is, but they would heal people, and uh, they'd have a cane. He'd throw the cane across the room because they were healed and they don't need it anymore. And he'd say he's going to give the devil a black eye. A lot of my stuff. And in case you never noticed, a lot of my speech patterns and cadence I got from them that I use in my content to this day. A lot of people wouldn't make the connection, but those people had a lot of influence on me. But if you don't have that cable, you don't see them anymore. I don't know if they're on YouTube or anything. I don't even know their names, but there was one I really liked. Boy, he would. Most of them are probably Wild Bill says prosperity preachers. Yeah, but weren't they always prosperity preachers? If I could do it all again, I'd be a preacher man. I'd be on television in my suit every day, healing people. Could you imagine that? I need to go ahead and try that, see if I could heal somebody one day. I could have the power and not even know it, you know? If I ever see some old man with a cane, I will go ahead and try to heal him. And maybe he'll dance a jig. Yeah, well, good luck with your mom. I know that's a stressful time for you. And hopefully you and your sister can give her positive energy. When you tell me about your stepdad, that's going to be a hard challenge. I think legally he would have the right to make decisions. Well, Bill says cable now is all linked by satellite. Yeah, I don't even know what channel those preachers were on. You know, you would just, back in the old days, you would just sit there and flip through channels. Flip, flip, flip. I have Pluto TV. They don't have any religious content on there. You know, that's the bad thing. You can't get religious content anymore on streaming. And that's the kind of stuff I want. Well, maybe you guys will get through to him. If you had moved him to Tears, Lori, maybe he will. Once you go into hospice, I think it's hard to get out of it, but we don't have to talk about your family stuff on here. I get it. Yeah, Charles Stanley is really good. He's a more intellectual speaker, preacher man. Those aren't the ones I'm talking about. I like those late night ones where they get all excited and they fill with passion and they get so I don't know what the word for it is. Well, Bill says not always. They're the ones before the ones now that never ask for money at all and preach the exact word of God. Oh, yeah. They wanted you to buy that holy water, remember? They were selling little jars of holy water, and if you drink it, you'll get healed. What's that name? What's his name, Wild Bill? I know you know who he is. And he would take the cane and throw it across the room. Pow! Because he healed the guy, and he said, you know, you're going to be living so good, even your enemies wish you a blessing. And I say that to this day. I got a lot of stuff from them preacher men that I include in my persona on the internet sometimes. Well, that was some good entertainment. And then they would also have those innovative products that you could buy that would change your life. Oh, Wild Bill said they have their own TV stations now because the world no longer wants to hear them on national TV. They all had to buy their own TV station now to be able to preach. Oh, okay. That is awesome. Yeah, the one I'm thinking, his name starts with a P. He's probably dead by now. I mean, that was a long time ago. He was already an old man then. But if he was on YouTube, I'd watch his old stuff. Well, Bill, there's a few that I used to watch after 2:09 a.m. on the church channels. Yeah, you can't get those church channels anymore. Dr. Charles Stanley, he's a good preacher, though. I mean, I know who Lori's talking about. I like him too. He can tell a good story. Knows how to weave a good story. I I believe my crystals. Yeah, I have some crystals too. I have them by my bed. And I don't know, I forgot what they are, but I got them. I think I was doing better before I got the crystals, to tell you the truth, but I've got them. Got them all. I think one of them is an amethyst. I think I have a rose quartz and two other ones to bring me prosperity, good luck, and such. I'll have them out here next time I go live to show you. I don't feel like going in my bedroom to get them. That's too far away. But I've got them. Ooh, you got your tiger's eye and your rainbow crystal. That's awesome. That's so cool. And a pink one. My rose quartz one is kind of pink. My rose quartz crystal. And a white one. Wow. They got every color imaginable. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. They love the sun in the window. Yeah, I need to probably charge mine up. Mine are in my bedroom. I don't get a lot of sun in there. Are you supposed to leave them out in the full moon as well? Yeah, what is moon water? Refresh my memory about moon water. There were a few that came on TV at 2 a.m. I used to watch Dick Murdoch, Benny Hill. That's him, Peter Popoff. That's the one I love. Yeah, I love that guy. He's the one that threw the cane across the room, and he said, even your enemies are going to wish you a blessing. And he would try to get those people to buy little vials of holy water or some kind of water. It was going to heal them. Yeah, that's what I need to watch. Peter Popoff. I'm going to do a research about him tonight when I get off of this. See if he can heal me. I have a mason jar. You put it out in the dark, but you have to bring it inside before daylight. And what do you do with that moon water? Anything special? Ooh, the Bell Alliance plantation is beautiful. Bayou Lafourche. I mean, the thing about the plantation theme on my channel. I mean, how many times can I show those people an old home? How many times can they look at? Yeah, I know people got sick from that water. I know that. I heard about it. They got salmonella. My gosh, Laura, you shared my information on Facebook. I see that about my live feed. That's so funny. Yeah, I know. They caught him scamming. Peter Popoff. Yeah, I mean, my lives don't really coincide with my channel too much, so I know not everybody's going to sit here for a live, so I don't promote them on there, and that's fine, though. If people from your page come on, I wish they would. I wish they would. But if they don't, that's fine. What I'm going to do next, I think, is go to Trader Joe's and get some of their holiday items and do a live where I show them the Trader Joe's holiday items. And that'll have a title and it'll have the screen so people would watch it. You know, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, how many times could I show people an old home and tell them the same old stories over and over? So I do need to mix my channel up, and it just, my channel was never a plantation channel. He was caught using 2XS earphones, and his wife was giving him instructions on who to ask in the crowd. Oh yeah, they all do that. I mean, they have it in their ear, and he'll act like he's getting revelations about it. I know. I mean, I don't watch them because I think they're real. I watch them because they're showmen, and I can appreciate the charisma. I mean, I just like their style. I love that kind of presentation. You know, I respect it. Yeah, it's a shame, though, that he scammed those people. Oh, yeah, Laurie says she's going to an abandoned plantation this weekend. Which one? Oh, I don't know if Peter Popoff is the one, unless he dyed his hair. The one I remember was an older man, and he had gray hair. And he was the one I liked that threw the cane across the room and said he was going to give the devil a black eye. The Arlington in Natchez, Mississippi. Well, good for you, Laurie. I hope it's a lot of fun. That does sound cool. Oh my gosh. Wow, Bill, listen to this. Let me go back. I'll read his description. It says, Peter George Popoff is a German-born American televangelist Charlatan, debunked clairvoyant, and faith healer. What a description to be known as. And I spied him being called 3 times about the people, and the people still listen to him. Oh yeah, they'll believe it. They have faith. Even Wikipedia says he's a charlatan, a debunked clairvoyant, and faith healer. He was exposed in 1986. So that's obviously not the one I'm thinking of. Because the one I'm thinking of had gray hair. Oh look, he's got an Instagram as well. Peter Popoff does. That's something. But that is not the one I thought. So he lies. Yeah, he makes it up. He's not clairvoyant. It's a scam. Let's see. I wish I knew who that guy was. There was another preacher that dressed like Elvis. That sounds pretty funny. Yeah, I want to get. So he says, give the devil a black eye. I think I know who you are talking about. I'll probably never find him again because I don't have those channels anymore. Lori says she's an Elvis fan. Yeah, people are either an Elvis fan or a Beatles fan, but nobody likes them exactly as much. Wild Bill says his wife was the one who talked to him through the earplugs. She was God talking to him. Yeah, a lot of them, that's how those faith healers like it. Even John Edwards, who was supposed to be that and can speak to the ghosts of their dead loved ones. See, when you're in the audience, they're going to interview you. And you're going to tell this person your story, tell them who you're hoping to see. And when the preacher man or the person's walking around, he's got that person. And, they're going to describe them. And yo, I'm getting a revelation. I'm hearing the word of God. He's telling me this and that. And they're really going to believe it. Don't know what clairvoyance is. Clairvoyant means you can read their minds. You can know stuff. It's like a version of being psychic, but you're clairvoyant. Lori is clairvoyant. Well, congratulations. Maybe you should be on TV doing all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. You are clairvoyant. That's awesome. You should be on TV, exerting your clairvoyance. You could give the devil a black eye and tell him about things. But, the ones that act like they don't want those people to have money, they're doing all this good work. They're making people happy. If they want to drive a fancy car and have a big house, let them. There's nothing wrong with it. That's me. A lot of people don't feel that way. Your own TV, you got to have a nice suit. And you got to look good. There's a lot of searches for people telling you how to give the devil a black eye. Maybe I should do that as a video and tell them how to give the devil a black eye. But I don't really know how to. Peter Popoff had people fill out cards before they entered the room, giving them their name, their ailments, and his wife would use those to make it seem like God told Peter their name. Yeah, I mean, that's absurd. You should know if you give your name on a card that that they know your stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe those people fell for it. I would just go there just for the show because I think it's entertainment. You know? My church, I went to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's nothing like that. It's more subdued. It's more real. I went to the Catholic Church. It's more tradition. I went to the Baptist Church. The Baptist Church was the most similar to those people. You know, because that Baptist preacher, he would preach like that too. You know, he had a charismatic way about him. But my other churches, they didn't do that. Clairvoyant means the spirits know you can see them. Well, there you go. They know you can see them. That's good, Laurie. I'm going to ask ChatGPT how you could give the devil a black eye. Since that is a real thing that people are worried about. And we're going to see what ChatGPT says. That's a simple question. So we're going to give you guys 5 ways to give the devil a black eye according to ChatGPT. I think that's a great topic. If I would have thought of it, I would have done it. Clairvoyant means that, and then Gloria says, and because reading the spirit makes it a medium. Yes. All right, guys. I'm going to read you guys 5 ways to give the devil a black eye, metaphorically, emphasizing positivity and growth. We can see if we agree with them. This is number 1. Spread kindness and love. Perform acts of kindness and uplift those around you. Helping others counters negativity and diminishes the influence of despair and malice. And that's a good one. Here's an example. Volunteer at a shelter, donate to a cause, or simply be there for a friend in need. And that'll give the devil a black eye because he probably hates that. And there we go. That's pretty good. All right, this is number 2. Number 2, the second way to give the devil a black eye is pursue your dreams with resilience. And that's an easy thing to do. We could probably do that anyway. It says, refuse to let fear or doubt hold you back. Achieving your goals and fulfilling your potential is a strong stand against negativity. And that helps you as well. Amen, Laurie says. And that's right. Can I get an amen out there? An example of number 2 is take a bold step in your career. Like starting a new project or honing a skill. And that's a good thing to do. Who would have thought self-improvement would give the devil a black eye? But number 2 is pursue your dreams with resilience. Number 1 was spread kindness and love. Taking a leap of faith, Laurie says. That's right. Take a leap of faith. Take a chance. I always say that too. Take a chance. Life is short. What could number 3 be? Number 3, the third way to give the devil a black eye is practice gratitude and positivity. Counter negative with a thankful heart and positive outlook. Gratitude keeps your spirit strong and grounded. And I always think about that too. Be grateful. That's the law of attraction. That means if you think about things you're grateful for, you're going to attract more positivity. So I like that. I agree with number 3. And that'll give the devil a black eye. An example of that is start a gratitude journal. That's true. You should always write every day. When you write something, it's powerful. It's more powerful than just saying it. So I do believe that as well. This stuff knows what it's talking about. The journal should remind yourself of the good things in your life. Maybe every day when we come on here, we'll talk about things we're grateful for. How's that? Yes, that's why us open-minded people sets people off. So yeah, there we go. So that's number 3, practice gratitude and positivity. Number 2 was to pursue your dreams with resilience. Number 1 was spread kindness and love. What could number 4 be? The 4th way to give the devil a black eye. Stand firm in your values. Refuse to compromise on your integrity or beliefs, even when faced with temptation and pressure. So yeah, don't let temptation lead you astray. It's so easy to fall for temptation because it's a fast, good time. It's an easy out. And an example of number 4 is stand up for what's right, even in difficult situations. Because people don't want you to take the high ground. They want you to be on their level. They want to bring you down. That's why you got to be strong. You got to stand to what you believe in. Don't be shy. Here's number 5, guys. The number 5 way to give the devil a black eye. Overcome challenges with grace. And I agree with this too. When life throws obstacles your way, face them with courage and faith. Persevering in tough times shows strength and resilience. And that'll give the devil a black eye. An example is turn a setback into a stepping stone by learning and growing from experience. So there we go. These are 5 ways that we could do today, and they're all easy. Would you like these tailored to a specific context or faith-based perspective? I don't know. I think we're good, they asked me. But so number 1, spread kindness and love. Number 2, pursue your dreams with resilience. Number 3, practice gratitude and positivity. Number 4, stand firm in your values. And number 5, overcome challenges with grace. And those are things we could easily do. Every one of us today could do that. And it'll give the devil a black eye by doing these 5 things. So let's all try to do those. And we should do that anyway. You should always be positive. Always keep a journal. Another preacher is Danny Davis. Wild Bill says, I found this man to be very truthful to listen to. I'll check him out as well. I mean, I listen to a lot of LDS podcasts and such. I don't want to go into that here because it's a whole topic. But those guys are not those evangelical preachers that really do that kind of stuff. So there we go. Me too. I'll check it out. Check it out, guys. Maybe I'll say yes, tailor them. Let's see what it says. So what a great topic that was. So now we're going to talk about a faith-based perspective to give the devil a black eye, focusing on spiritual growth. and standing firm in your belief. Number one is pray with authority. LDS is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Pray with authority, it says, prayer is a powerful weapon against darkness. When you pray with faith and authority, you declare God's trust and resist the devil's schemes. So there we go. Here's a sample from Scripture they give you. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil and he flees from you. That's James 4:7. And here's an example of that. Dedicate time to pray over your life, family, and community, asking for God's protection and guidance. And this is number 2. Read and speak God's word. The Bible described as the sword of the Spirit, a weapon for spiritual battles. Use Scripture to confront lies and affirm God's promises. Here's an example from Scripture. Take up the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And that's from Ephesians. Here's an example. Memorize verses that strengthen your faith, such as Philippians 4:13, and declare them when faced with challenges. I don't really quote Scripture myself. Do I have a rose quartz? Yeah, I sure do. It's supposed to bring me love and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe it is working for me. I don't know. I'll have my crystals out for you next time, and I'll show you which ones I have. Here's number 3. Worship boldly. Worship shifts your focus to God's greatness and takes power away from fear and discouragement. The enemy cannot thrive where God is justified. Hey, Gina Smith, what's up? This is my sister. We're with Lori and Wild Bill having another interesting conversation tonight. We're talking about how to give the devil a black eye. Lori has a plantation group you should check out. It is Glorious Plantations, whatever it's called. Where two or 3 are gathered, there so am I also. There you go. Glorious Antebellum Homes. Yeah, we were talking about these religious preachers that come on TV at night. The ones I used to watch. I don't get to watch them anymore. And one of them used to always say he's going to give the devil a black eye. And that was my favorite. And I did a research about it, and there's a lot of stuff about it. Number 4 is walk in forgiveness. Forgiving others removes bitterness from your heart, leaving no foothold for the enemy to exploit. Forgiveness is an act of obedience and freedom. And that's a good idea. In theory, that doesn't mean you put yourself right back in that situation again, though. Some people think forgiving people means you're just going to go back and do the same thing again. You could forgive them, but you don't have to go back there and experience things over and over again. That's what people don't understand about it. Here's some scripture. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving others, just like God forgave you. Here's an example. Pray for someone who has hurt you, asking God to heal your heart and theirs. And that is number 4, probably my most challenging one, because I'll take it to my grave. You know, you may forgive these people, but you're not going to go back in there and deal with them again. That's just me. And number 5 is serve others in love. Acts of service reflect God's character and disrupt selfishness and division, two tools of the enemy. And the scripture part is do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. So you got to serve others with love, and that's what I do. You got to spread joy, spread love. That's a beautiful thing. Hopefully my channel does that to people, brings people joy. And here's an example. Volunteer at a ministry, visit someone in need, or simply listen to a struggling friend with compassion. And that's what I do. I listen to you guys with compassion every single night. Wild Bill says, it's all public knowledge. You just have to do your research on these con artists, preachers. Learn the Bible and hope you know how to use it also. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't listen to those people because I think they're not con artists. But, sometimes God can use a con artist to reach somebody. You know what I mean? Just because somebody's a con artist, God can use that person to bring somebody to where they need to be. So now we kind of know how to give the devil a black eye. And those are all things we should be doing anyway. Have you ever heard of the evil eye? Yeah, I've heard of the evil eye. That's voodoo. Yeah, you got to protect yourself from the evil eye. People could put the evil eye on you too. And you don't want the evil eye on you. Thank you for sharing my live. Lori did too. I don't know if they're going to switch over and watch it. It's totally different than my channel for the most part. We just talk about random things. We never know where it's going to go. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a set topic and come here with it. Don't know what I will do. So we did learn something today. That was nice. I'm going to share a page in a bit also. Let me see what my sister wrote on Facebook about this page. See if I see it on there. Got so many people on Facebook. Oh, my word. I mean, I don't really cater to the Facebook crowd too much. Oh, historic New Orleans home posted. Wild Bill says, I found that after listening to them, they twisted the word of God into their own meanings. Unless you know the Bible as good as they do, they will confuse you to what is truth. Yeah. Joyce Meyer, that rings a bell. Is she the one? Isn't she the one that talks to the spirits? I don't see where my page has been shared. Let me go on her page. So I could see. She talks about the devil. I don't see where you shared my page on your Facebook, Gina. I'm looking for it. But it's okay, though. if you do or do not. Yeah, Joyce Meyer rings a bell. I think she talks about the afterlife and stuff like that. The Devil Black Eye. God, I got a lot of friend requests. Who is Sarah David? I don't have mutual friends with him. Joyce Myers is on TV and YouTube. I see. I see. That's cool. It may be people from my group. Oh no, I was just looking, people that says how you may know them or they request you, whatever. Joyce Meyer is a woman preacher. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I know who she is now. I remember. Yeah, she's a pretty good one. Either way, now that we're all streaming stuff, we don't get to see all those preachers. You have to go on YouTube, I guess. And I do not have cable or satellite or anything like that. All I do is stream, and even then, I got rid of a lot of those services as well. We should take him next time to go to lunch. I do it on my phone. Who do you want to take to lunch? The zombie baby? Yeah, watching on your phone is not as good as late night TV when you're streaming those channels. And the best thing on are those people. Look at that weird light reflecting on my glasses. So I posted a short today from Chick-fil-A, and I tried a peppermint shake very early, all the way into November. I was surprised they had it there. And look at this, my other video is at, yeah, it was so good. I mean, I love those shakes. I think Chick-fil-A has the best shakes out of any fast food place. They always have special ones. Cable is linked to satellites now. It's not just direct cable like it used to be when it first came out. Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. Yeah, well, even DirecTV has a streaming service. Cable's dying, though. All the cable companies are going bankrupt right now because it's just a dying industry. Nobody wants to pay all that stuff anymore. Or nobody wants to have satellite, and then everybody's mad at DirecTV because they lost ABC and Disney Channel in the middle of the game, football games. and they didn't like that. How do you drink that? You wouldn't drink a peppermint shake? It was so good. It had little flakes of peppermint in it. Actual peppermint flakes. And it was delicious. It made me feel like Christmas. I wish you wouldn't have put the top on it so you could have seen the little peppermint chips. It was so good. Oh, I love peppermint bark. That's my favorite. That's my favorite treat. I love peppermint bark. Maybe I'll get some this year. Yeah, they're pricing themselves out of the market. Are we still talking about cable? If so, I agree. It's too much. Sure, yeah. Make me some of your special peppermint bark. I usually get it from Williams Sonoma, or Trader Joe's has it as well. If I do my holiday shopping there, I'll get some and I'll do a video about it. I don't eat on video though, but so you won't see me eat it, but we will definitely show you some mint, maybe by peppermint. There you go. Well, it was tasty. What are you drinking right now, Lori? I'm dying to know. I would love to know what you're drinking. Because my kids drank all my milk, I had to make some powdered milk. Wow, I haven't had that ever. Why do you have that in your house? Why do you drink powdered milk at all? What's the purpose of it? Who would get powdered milk? I don't drink cow's milk, by the way. I drink almond milk. I make it the best. My grandparents. So your grandparents love powdered milk? That's weird. I was drinking oat milk for a while, but I heard that's not as good for you. I heard there's no protein, no nutritional value in oat milk, even though it's so good. It's thick and creamy. So I went back to almond milk. I just don't really like drinking cow milk. I believe that our ancestors did not go up to cows and drink milk from them. And we are the only species who drinks milk from another animal. And I get it. Ice cream is good. I do eat ice cream, by the way. So, but I don't drink milk. I don't like regular milk. Gina says she bought some raw milk today and it was yummy. I don't know where to get raw milk. No, I grew up on a dairy farm. That's right. You're from the dairy business. I bet you had some good milk over there. I took a dairy science class in LSU. I learned a lot about milk back in the day. Powdered milk is a substance. Yeah, I know what powdered milk is. I just don't know why people would drink it or why they buy it and use it. It's a weird thing to me. I had heart. Okay. So it's good for heartburn. That's good to know. but soothe your stomach. Well, there you go. I hear goat milk is really good. Never had, I think I have had goat milk. Man, I wish I would have gotten some goat milk soap at that event we were at yesterday. That's right, you ate Mexican today. Klein Peter milk is your favorite, Wild Bill? My father was once a salesman for Borden milk, if I recall correctly, back in his younger days. Yeah, we actually saw one of those cows with the holes in its stomach, and the man had to put a big glove on her, reach into that hole inside the cow's body. Why did he do that? I don't know. Gina says goat cheese is yummy. I know. I was at that festival. I probably could have gotten some goat milk soap again that I love, or baths, salts. But I didn't even look at that stuff. I forgot. Forgot all about it. I know why. You know why it's yummy? Why is it yummy? I've worked at a dairy farm. Well, there you go. Yeah, and cows are nice. I do like them. I think if I bought milk, it would go bad before I drank it all anyway. Oh, yeah, because cows get a twisted stomach, and they have digestive issues, and that's why they did the hand in the cow. I forgot why. I know it's something for their digestive system. Yeah, I saw that too. We saw them pregnate another cow. I saw it all in that class. And the guy did make milk sound delicious. He said he loves whole milk. He doesn't drink skim milk. And he was a heavy set fellow. Yeah, I used to stay at my friend's house, and I thought it was so weird when I was there that they still had milk delivered when I was a kid. And they would get so excited because the milk people would come to their house, deliver milk, and they would get chocolate milk and regular milk. But I guess he lived more out in the country than we did. Tiffany, what's going on? Good to see you. It's been a while. I was incognito for the whole week. How are things in Colorado? Any excitement going on? Wild Bill says raw milk is nothing like the milk you buy in the stores. It's like buttermilk when you drink it from the cow to you. I've been having a dental crisis for the last couple of days, but I'm better now. So hopefully we can start doing the lives again. I posted a new video recently. I went to a festival, a fall festival at Destrehan Plantation in Louisiana. And that was at a real live plantation home. Oh, wow, Tiffany, you're making Christmas cookies. Are they shaped like little Christmas trees? I bet they're going to be delicious. Yeah, I think I'm ready to fight another fight. Hopefully my watch time hours are still good. Gotta wait and see. No, they're just round strawberry Cool Whip cookies. Oh, I bet they're gonna be delicious. It's so festive. Hey, Tiffany, guess what I had? I had a peppermint shake today with real shards of peppermint. And that was Christmassy, what I did. And remember, Destrehan is where Interview with the Vampire was filmed. Yeah, sure, that's where I went. I could have talked about that in the video, but I don't talk a lot about history. Yeah, I was from Chick-fil-A, though. I was in a lot of traffic. You know, traffic was bumper to bumper, even though it was 6:30 or almost. So I just went somewhere to chill. And I was surprised they had them out so early. So I said, sure, I'll take a peppermint shake. It'll make me feel festive. Yeah, I bet they're gonna be good. Do you do a lot of baking, Tiffany? Oh, that's awesome. If that's the case, I know your cookies are gonna be delicious. Laurie said she made better than sex cake today. I don't know what that is, but it must be pretty good. I've been trying to find my pumpkin loaf chocolate chip recipe today. Well, yeah, you better hurry. Thanksgiving's almost over. Fall, and then we're gonna go to Christmas deck foods. Yeah, I'm sure that is a real name. It's just what makes it so good. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to make a socket to me cake. And I just still don't know what that is, but as a kid, we always thought that name was funny. Tiffany says better than sex cake is great, many varieties. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I haven't heard that since I was a kid. But every now and then we stayed at my grandmother's. We used to have dinner every Sunday with the family, and sometimes she would make a socket to me cake, and it was pretty good. You already know, Tiff. Yeah, me too. Well, there you go. I'm sure it is going to be fantastic. Yeah, yeah, I'm not a good chef. Otherwise, I would cook on film for you guys. But I would just microwave something and that wouldn't be a good video. Microwave bistro. Yeah, that's all my extent of the cooking party. Or if I bake cookies, it would be the ones that you buy in that little plastic and you cut them and you put them on the baking sheet. I haven't done that in a while either. Lori, Tiffany says she's cheated and done those cookies too. Maybe I'll do that. I know there's Christmas versions. That would put me in the Christmas spirit. And it would still make a good video, I think. Yeah, he likes little brain cookies shaped like brains. He would love those. I'll have to make him some for Christmas. And we could leave them for Santa. I wonder what Santa would do if we left him brain cookies to eat. I wonder if he would leave Zombie Baby a great present for brain cookies. Or if he would just leave. I hope he would give him something good. Yeah, he's kind of getting the Christmas spirit. He's excited. He wonder what he will get for Christmas. I have to bring him to go talk to Santa and get his picture taken. He's kind of nervous about going to sit on Santa's lap, telling him what he wants. He's never seen Santa in person before. But it's the only way. He can't write, so he can't write a letter. He hasn't learned to write yet. Yeah, Lori says, too bad we can't all talk together. That would be nice. I can do a collab, by the way. I can set up a live where one person would be on top. And yeah, I got to do that. We'll get him out there. And he's going to tell Santa what he wants for Christmas. Sit on Santa's lap. It'll be nice. So I could do a collab, one person on the top, one on the bottom. And that could be our live. So I don't have to do that with one of you guys. But we can't do it with 4 people. Yeah, I hope he doesn't tell Santa he wants a bunch of cat brains. I never know what he's going to say to Santa. But Santa's going to bring him whatever he wants. That's what Santa does. Santa's not supposed to judge people. Even little zombie babies. Yeah, you never know what he's going to say. They may kick us out of the mall. And don't come back, they'll say. But don't worry, I'll find a Santa for him. Yeah, I did get a haircut. I got a little beard trimmed. When I was working at the 13th gate, I didn't get my beard or hair trimmed for that month, so I missed my appointment. Because over there you got to look kind of unshoveled, but now I got a little haircut and made my appointment. Thank you. I'm glad you think it looks good. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was kind of growing out during that month. It'd been a while, but when I'm working at a haunted house, it didn't really matter if I got one or not. And I didn't want to change my look too much because they were used to it. I considered going shorter with the beard and just going for more of a little above stubble kind of look, but I didn't want that much of a change. People are used to seeing me a certain way. Tiffany says, "Oh my God, it's 28 degrees where she is." Brr. Yeah, man, that you are so lucky to get that winter though. We're still in the 70s for the most part. Tonight is our first cool night, and yeah, we've been in the 70s. It's still warm. People were wearing shorts this weekend at the event we went to, and we're supposed to get our first cool spell this week. And when I went outside tonight, it was a little cooler. Yeah, I know. Let's see what it says now. I don't know why they're showing me New Orleans weather. Right now is 53 degrees, and that's probably the coolest it's been for a while. Next week, we're going to be in the high is going to be 64, low 48. It felt good, Laura says. She was dancing with her flowers. Well, there you go. Let's see how this video is doing. Yeah, dancing with her flowers. Must be nice in Homa. Yeah, I'm glad we're finally getting some cool weather because, Halloween didn't feel like Halloween because it was so hot. I kept waiting for the cool spell to come in October, but we never got it. And then November came along and it's still hot. We're still having summer. So now we're finally getting fall temperatures. My hibiscus and roses and all my flowers still bloom. Well, that's good. Good, 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 Lori. Even my decorative peppers. That is awesome. Oh, all Tiffany's flowers froze. I miss my morning glories the most. My chocolate mint and lemon thyme. That's terrible. All the streets in my neighborhood are named after flowers. I live on Hyacinth Street. Shouldn't say that, but I do. One of the street in my neighborhood is called Morning Glory. We have Ferndale. So that's pretty cool. So whoever designed my neighborhood must have loved flowers and such. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hollydale, one of my favorite streets. I don't know if holly's a flower, but it's still cool. They survived the Ida hurricane. Your flowers survived Ida. Well, that's good. I think Ida was one of the worst hurricanes for Baton Rouge, if I was the one I'm thinking of. Tiffany says the skunks I feed aren't showing up tonight. They don't like it so cold. We don't have a lot of skunks down here. We have raccoons. I have a lot of raccoons that stop by my house. When I had a cat, sometimes I would feed her outside, and the neighbor said I'm just feeding a bunch of raccoons. They come on my porch. What do skunks eat, by the way? Do they eat cat food, dog food? What did you feed them, Tiffany? Yeah, raccoons are nice. I used to have one as a pet when I was a kid. Rocky the raccoon. A lot of fun. I feed my skunk shell peanuts every night. They love them. Oh, that's pretty cool. Did not know that skunks ate peanuts. Lori says she's got a black Selena plant. It's different. Angel trumpets and old-fashioned shrimp lovers. Tried them on fruit skunks, but they wouldn't touch the fruit. Oh, there's fruit skunks? I didn't know there were different types of skunks. Yeah, we just don't have skunks down here walking around, or you're not going to see them in your yard. At least not that I know of. They could exist. Don't quote me. You know, I have that video. I have some images of the plants from there, but I did not include it in the video. For whatever reason, I couldn't find a place for the plants in there. That's terrible. Tiffany has 2 raccoons that shows up. That's cool. I think they live under my house sometimes. I don't know what they eat, because I don't have food around here outside that they could eat. We used to have cats, but not anymore. When I hear a huge crash, I know the raccoons are here. Yeah, me too. Boy, they sure make a lot of noise, don't they? I hear them all around, under the house. One time one was in the attic. But I've seen them at Lowe's, but I don't have a name different. Wow, Bill, you had a pet rat? I'm surprised. I can't imagine you having a pet rat. That's funny. My niece likes rats. She had them as pets for a while. And at the 13th gate, we have live rats in one of the scenes. And at the end, we have to try to get rid of them, give them away, find good homes for them. Noisy little suckers. Yeah, they are noisy. Yeah, I considered getting a pet for a while. My bad. I was talking about the black Selena at Lowe's, just named different. Okay, there we go. Just name something different. I think one time I had to babysit somebody's snake. It was in an aquarium. It was during one of the hurricanes when we had no electricity, and she was going to stay up in northern Louisiana somewhere. So yeah, I had to keep that little snake in my house in an aquarium. It was a striped snake. It had different colors on it. So that was pretty cool. Desert roses are amazing too. Yeah, I didn't have to do much to it. I didn't have to feed it while I had it because it wasn't time for it to eat. And it just lived in there. The rat was one of those white maze rats that they use in mazes, the ones that are, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having a white rat because those are kind of pretty, but a basic old gray rat, I don't know. The white rats kind of look like they may not have diseases because they're white and they look kind of clean. So I wouldn't mind a white rat with red eyes. You never see those in the wild, though, do you? Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch it eat mice. I think a lot of times they feed them frozen dead mice. But some people do get the live mice and feed it to them. And the mice will stay in the cage with the snake, and they all get along together for days. And they all think they're best friends until the snake gets hungry, and then it devours the mouse, who is its best friend for those days. And that's how snakes are. You would love the desert rose. If I could share a picture, y'all, you would freak out. Well, send me the pic. I'll share it on my communities tab for tomorrow. People could see it. Just write the information you want me to say. Tiffany says your flowers sound out of this world amazing. Just message it to me, and I will make a communities tab about it post. So anybody can go, Tiffany can go look at it if she wants to, or anybody. I don't mind sharing that on our communities tab. Back in the 1960s, you could buy a striped green and black turtle or a spider monkey at pet stores back then. Yeah, they don't sell monkeys anymore. Of course, when I was a kid, I would have loved to have a monkey as a pet. It always seemed so fun. As an adult, I wouldn't want one. I wouldn't get a bit of sleep with that thing in the house. You know it's going to come poke your eyes out or something while you're sleeping. And I know people who had tarantulas as pets. I know a lot of goth people, by the way. They love having tarantulas. And I had a little tiny baby turtle when I was a kid. I had the little turtle island for him. He was so cool. His name was Herman the turtle. Yeah, you never know what that little monkey would do. Run around here, hide your stuff. You got to put it in a little diaper. Gross. There's no way I would have that monkey running around my house. Ah, Lori's got a hermit crab. Far out. Yeah, Herman the turtle. He was tiny. Do you know, if you ever have a turtle, that you do not paint the back of the turtle shell? Some people want to put a number on there or paint a little design. You don't do that because when you put them back in the wild, the turtle shell grows because of sunlight. And for whatever reason, what you paint on there will not expand. And it's going to make the turtle deformed. Its shell is going to be messed up because it's going to have an indentation in it. He won't be able to live a comfortable life. So that's my advice to you guys today. Don't paint on a turtle shell. Wild Bill says, my mother had a goose as a pet and a spider monkey as a pet. I used to have to striped green black turtle. Striped. Oh, yeah, cool. Well, you know, I used to work with swans and peacocks, and that was a lot of fun back then. I saw them every day. Yeah, I saw a little video about it, and they were showing those poor turtles released in the wild, and you could tell that it was a child turtle. Somebody painted, and their shells were deformed because for some reason, what you paint on there, it makes the shell not grow like it's supposed to. Boy, y'all have a lot of monkeys. Yeah, at Homer's house, they had a couple of swans, black swans, white swans. So I saw them every day. It was beautiful. Geese. Yeah, geese can be mean. Swans were too. The male swan was very protective. He'd try to snap at you. There's a couple of shorts on my feed about it. Yeah, they were mean, mean, mean. Don't turn your back. Yeah, you can't turn your back on a swan. They always want to attack you from the back. They're never going to attack you front on, but if you're walking away, then they're going to attack you. And that's a sin. A real sin. Yeah, I think I have the little lights here. Let's see. I think I put them on my iPad. I finally had to charge them because they were going out. Oh, there we go. It's hypnotic to us. I'll use them when I become that evangelical preacher to hypnotize my flock. Yeah, there we go. It's so soothing to us. It'll relax us. It's beautiful. It kind of looks like we're thinking, though. Like that's what comes up when the computer thinks. Yeah, they sure did. Wow, Bill, you remember that video when I got attacked by a black swan? That was so nervy, but it made for an exciting video, didn't it? Yeah, it came right up behind me and attacked me. Yeah, well, the swans had babies, and the male swan was very protective of his family and children. He wouldn't let anybody get close, and I wasn't trying to get close to them, but he didn't know that, and he came up behind me as I was talking on the video. Why did he do it? He was just mean, mean, mean. The meanest swan ever. Yeah, it was a pretty good little clip. A lot of those videos really didn't do well on my channel. You know, I tried so hard to make them work. Nobody really searches for homeless house. And Louisiana plantations are is an okay subject, but it's not going to set the world on fire. Over time, they get videos, but, you know, instantly they're not. There's the videos that'll make your channel over time. Not like it's not going to go viral or anything like that. And that's fine because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to go viral. Just have a community and have a good time. I don't know why I don't see a lot of swans now. I wonder what happened to them. Oh, a lot of them died, actually. There was some sort of bird disease over there. And they can't get more swans because whatever that disease is, it stays in the ground. So they have to wait a couple of years, I think. I heard a story like that. So no more swans, and that's why. Yeah, I'm going to Laura on my way out to St. Francisville. I love their olive soap. Yeah, Laura's an okay plantation to visit. I enjoyed it over there. Coyote showed up in my yard 2 nights ago. I chased him off, and so he wouldn't eat the skunks. Good idea, Tiffany. Yeah, my sister used to live in Cincinnati, and she was always worried about a coyote eating their cat or their little dog. My first dealing with coyotes. Yikes. Yeah, it's scary when they howl like that. I wouldn't want to mess with a coyote. I'm sure they're pretty rough, pretty formidable. The coyote would probably win if I had a fight with a coyote. I like when you watch these videos and they say that if you ever run into a bear and he's chasing you, just to stand still. And the bear will most likely walk past you and quit chasing you because they're attracted to movement. But I bet that's so hard to do because if a bear's chasing you, you're just going to want to run. Yeah, they eat cat skunks. Yeah, terrible. Coyotes are predators. Apex predators. They eat all the animals we love and leave the ones we hate. They are mean, mean, mean creatures. Well, I don't have a lot of coyotes by my house. I think we get foxes out here, but I haven't heard much about foxes either. I hate to say the coyote was beautiful. A tan color. Oh yeah, I bet they're pretty to watch. I bet they are pretty, pretty, pretty. But they'll kill you if they wanted to. Foxes are beautiful animals. They have a bit of grace about them. Their coat is lovely. Don't know much about foxes though. They have foxes at Oak Alley. Yeah, there's lots of foxes in Colorado. They're beautiful. Yeah, I bet their coats look really beautiful in the snow when they're walking around. Colorado seems like a perfect place for foxes. When sleeping there, we have seen them. That's pretty cool. Tiffany says yes, with their snow on them, they are very majestic looking. Yeah, how cool that you get to live there and enjoy every season imaginable. We have deer here. We have raccoons. We have foxes. No wild skunks, but we have a lot of stuff. I love snow. Just the mess after sucks, but worth it. Well, we never have to shovel snow here. We'll never have to do that. I don't find that snow affects me in the slightest when it does snow. The worst thing that happens to me is my car will get frozen shut. That's happened a few times during ice and rain. Yeah, we are the huntsman's paradise here. Lots of wildlife. That is true. Lots of animals here. Tiffany says the aftermath of slush mess is no fun. I don't think we're going to get snow this year in Louisiana for sure. But you never know with the weather. It's been so changeable. Right now, it doesn't look like it ever will. We're finally getting our first cold front coming in. Maybe in January it'll be cold. Lori says, snow we have here isn't messy. It's just enough to make slush mess. But when I lived in Tennessee for 4 years, I realized what snow was all about in the mountains. Tiffany says, yeah, it's still like you're still having an Indian summer here. Yeah, I mean, that's just the weather here. We would not even call this an Indian summer because it's just how it is in Louisiana. Some people say we don't have four seasons here. We have summer and winter, and then that's it. I think that's what they say anyway. Or maybe we have summer and fall, and that's it. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, they say it here. Yeah, well, there you go. Lori says they do say that. Yeah, Indian summer. What a weird word. Because I don't think anybody down here would say we're having an Indian summer, which means that winter is coming late, I would imagine. El Nino. I don't know if that's what El Nino means. El Nino is a form of weather condition that comes every so often. That's a big term in Colorado, Indian summer. Wow, that's kind of cool. No, they don't say that here. An Indian summer refers to a reasonably warm, dry, and calm period of weather that occurs in autumn, typically after the first frost. It is often characterized by sunny days and clear, mild conditions that feel more like late summer than fall. Interesting.
Here's what I found.
El Nino is a climate pattern characterized by warming of surface waters in the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. It occurs every 2 to 7 years as part of a larger El Nino southern oscillation cycle that has significant impacts on global weather and climates. Yeah, I used to hear about that all the time. The last time it came, that's all I heard about is the El Nino affecting our weather. Tiffany says, I missed a blizzard in 82. My family went on vacation to Las Vegas, and it was one of the biggest blizzards. Well, I guess you're lucky you missed it. Unless you came back and your house had damage. That would have been terrible. Wild Bill says we have deer, raccoons, possums, squirrels, mink, nutria, mice, rats, spiders, fleas, gnats, mosquitoes, flies, house flies, deer flies, and plenty of wildlife. Yeah, that about sums it up, Wild Bill. That's a lot of stuff. I think we have all those things. Yeah, that's what we got around here. They named it all. And fleas, too, he said. That's right. That's so true. Mink. I've never seen a mink in the wild. I've never seen a nutria, but I've heard about them. We do have spiders, gnats. Man, when I used to go to those plantations during the lockdown, gnats were flying everywhere. You could even hear them by the microphone on the camera when I was filming. God, they were obnoxious. El Nino. A nutria is a rat. I think it's a big rat, bigger rat, and sometimes they eat them here. I bet Wild Bill or Lori can tell you all about them more than I could. Yeah, they are rats. And people would eat them. I heard they do. Oh, they put it in rice dressing. Gross. That's disgusting. I would hate to eat a nutria rat. Can't be good for you. Yeah, I wonder. That's got to be a southern thing. Nutria. It's got to be southern. Oh, they eat grass. You should get a bunch of them, put them in your yard. It would save me $50 every 2 weeks paying my yard guy. Nutria is a rat, second largest rat in Africa. Wild Bill says, wow, that must be a big rat. That's why they can. I'll hear rats in my attic sometimes when the first winter frost comes. I don't know where they live the rest of the year. Sometimes I have to get rat poison in there to get them out. Ah, that's why it can be eaten, because it eats grass. I gotcha. That makes sense. Second to largest rat. I wonder how big they are. I've eaten emu. Wow. That's a rare animal to eat. Wild Bill has eaten an emu before. Oh, that's fine. We're only getting one sentence from you, Lori. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I know. I bet it. I was kind of thinking the same thing. They say everything tastes like chicken. That's crazy. How can every single thing taste like chicken? How did emu taste? I bet it tasted like chicken. Wild Bill's also eaten rattlesnake. Frog legs taste like chicken. I have eaten frog legs. I've eaten alligator. I don't know if you know this, Tiffany. We serve alligator as appetizers here in Louisiana. Fried alligator is a common appetizer, or grilled alligator. Alligator tastes like expensive chicken. Top of the line chicken. Yeah, it does. Wild Bill is adventurous. Yeah, he's very adventurous. He's a very adventurous man. That's true. Even in jerky. Yeah, alligator jerky. I've never had alligator jerky, but I'm not surprised that we have it down here. Tiffany says she's tried alligator twice and octopus twice. Yeah, octopus is a big part of sushi. I have a kind of problem eating octopus because octopus is a sentient animal. They're smart and they can think. They are self-aware in a way. They can solve puzzles. They can escape if they wanted to. So it is kind of terrible that we eat octopus, but as part of sushi, they serve it in Chinese restaurants. What can you do? It's good. I've eaten possum, Wild Bill says. I would not recommend eating them at all either. I don't blame you. Tiffany Regis. Yeah, I mean, I did not know that either when I ate octopus. But I think there's a documentary on Netflix that says how smart they are. Some people think that they are alien and came from a distant world through a meteor. But they are very intelligent, self-aware, almost creatures. So, yeah, we shouldn't eat those. But I didn't know either, Tiffany, so don't feel bad about it when I ate them a long time ago. Squid. Yeah, that's all. We eat that. If you go to eat sushi, one way or another, you've eaten all that stuff before. I mean, don't say that you definitely ate it if you've eaten sushi. You would know if you ate it. I mean, there's a possibility you would have seen octopus on the menu and ordered it. Never tried squid. Yeah, I bet it tastes similar to octopus, calamari, and stuff like that. Well, I do like boiled shrimp, so if that's what it tastes like. I always think it's weird when people say something tastes like something else and the other stuff is almost harder to get. Why don't you just eat what it tastes like then? If everything tastes like chicken, why don't you just eat chicken? Why put yourself through that and have the more complicated food if it tastes just like the other thing? But, what can you do? They put octopus in a salad I ate on a cruise ship in Greece way back then in 1999. Yeah, one time I went on a Baltic cruise and all they had was that exotic food like that. And it was good for a while, but after a while you get tired of eating all that stuff. It's like, gee whiz, that's too much. Octopus in the salad. The octopus was shaped like little octopus. I don't think octopus, when I've eaten it, was not shaped like a tiny octopus. That would have been adorable, though. Yeah, they do feed you good on a cruise ship, man. There's food 24/7. I had the opportunity to go on several cruises at one back in my day. Yeah, and they do feed you so good on there. Because I ate something like that in a mix and I made gumbo with it. Tiffany says, Lori, know it all. Was a raw purple thing in the salad, not octopus shaped. Yeah, that'd be funny if they made octopus shaped like little tiny. Then it would be a sin not to eat them. You could just pop them in your mouth and they'd be like little tiny octopi. Then I don't know what I ate. Maybe you ate a baby octopus or a squid. I would not have eaten that if I were you. I would have passed on it. Yeah, it was kind of rubbery and not much taste to it. I don't see the point in eating it. Yeah, maybe I should have skipped it. Well, at least now you know. It's always fun to try. Wow, Bill says, do you know all seafood has parasites in it? I'm not surprised that it does. Our body is actually filled with parasites. Yeah, being 25 in Europe, yeah, I know. I had that same experience, Tiffany. Those were the days, right? You didn't have a care in the world back then, just living large, experiencing everything you could possibly experience. I'm glad we had those. I'm glad I did. I'm glad you did as well. I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Got to get some more water. And my back is starting to hurt. That's not a feather, that's a spine bone that is to keep his body from collapse. Oh, weird. Well, I've never had to handle squid that way, so I didn't know about that spine bone. Yeah, I mean, a bone does make more sense than a feather in the squid. That's what keeps it from collapsing. Yeah, because a squid has to have something internally. Um, I mean, I, why wouldn't it? All squid have them. Is what keeps their body cavity from collapsing. And Lori said she's been thinking it was a feather for 35 years. Yeah, a type of bone makes more sense. It may be called a feather bone. Maybe the bone looks like a feather, and that's why it. Here's some information for you guys. Yes, squid have a structure called a pin, which is a feather-shaped internal shell made of chitin, whatever that is, chitin, and it provides support for the squid's body and helps maintain its shape while swimming. When cleaning a squid, the pin typically needs to be removed along with other inedible parts like innards, beak, and eyes. Gross. So yeah, it is sort of, it's a feather-shaped bone or something. That makes sense. Yeah, I remember I heard about a puffer fish or one of these fish, and if they don't clean it right, it'll kill you if you eat it. Well, they probably call it a feather bone or something like that, you know. I bet they would call it that. Why not? Because it is a feather-shaped internal shell. Japan, Japan. I told you it was a feather. It is funny. You always hear about stuff that kids believe their whole lives because you heard it when you're a kid, and then 30 years later, you find out it was just something they told you because you were a kid. That's crazy. Fugu fish in Japan, they have that. If you don't clean it right, it'll kill you. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, especially when you see Japan and those cooking shows. You know, it always looks terrible looking. Uh, y'all know K. Paul's restaurant in New Orleans, Wild Bill and Lori, owned by Chef Paul Prudhomme. I heard someone told me that restaurant closed after the lockdown. But I was reading something or saw something, and somebody was talking about he was doing a documentary on that restaurant and interviewing Paul Prudhomme. And after the interview, he was offering them a free meal. And they said after they saw the interior of that restaurant, and how dirty it was. They refused the free meal because they didn't want to eat there after they saw how it looked. Chefs have to be specially trained to know how and where to cook the fish. And even then, you're not guaranteed that you will not be poisoned if you eat it. Yeah, you're really taking the chance about it. I bet Anthony Bourdain would eat it, though. I may too, you know. Why not? Live on the edge. I'm ready. Yeah, I was friends with his niece, and she was living with him for a while. Real cool girl. I wonder what happened to her. I love seafood too. I love salmon. It's the only thing I really know how to cook good, really. Oh, yeah, he was a big man. He stuffed himself to death. He sure did. They tried to put him on a cooking show, but he would just eat so sloppy and nobody watched it because he would just eat those big giant bites, and he had to be in that scooter because he was so big, and the cooking show just didn't want. Yeah, salmon. My uncle in Washington just mailed me some salmon he caught. Wow, Tiffany, that's amazing. I bet that salmon is going to be delicious. It's going to be almost fresh because he caught it. That's amazing. Good for you. Tuna steak, that's good. Salmon is really good for you. That's pretty cool, Tiffany. Love it. Yeah, good garnish. Salmon and lemon. Maybe I'll make some and do meal prepping and make enough to last a week. I don't know if salmon lasts a week, though. That's the only thing. But it is something I could cook. I love lemon with all seafood. Yeah, it's a perfect pairing for with seafood. It's a beautiful light. Magical. It's hypnotic. Yeah, lemons are an odd fruit because they're just used to enhance other things. People are rarely going to eat a lemon. I had to buy it from a company called Wild Alaskan until they got way too expensive for me to buy from them. Well, I bet that was some good salmon, though. Wow, Bill. Alaskan cod. I hate when you want to eat salmon and people tell you, oh, well, it's farm raised and it has mercury in it. Gosh, just let people enjoy something. You know, there's nothing you can do if it has mercury in it. Just eat it. And I bet that was pretty expensive, Wild Bill, to have that salmon shipped in from that company. I bet it was. Yeah, just let somebody enjoy it. Why do you want to be a buzzkill like that? Here it is, wild Alaskan, right here. I'm looking at it now. A wild caught sockeye salmon is delivered directly to your door by Wild Alaskan. Salmon and seafood, and a 5 pound bag or a 5 pound portion of it is $149.95. I mean, that seems cheap to me. Yeah, I see that they sell halibut. It's wild caught and never formed. Nutrient rich, full of flavor. Choose my box. Let's see if we choose a box of the Wild Combo box, which is a curated variety of coho salmon, sockeye, Pacific cod, halibut, and rockfish. I don't want that. I want the Wild Salmon box. Curated variety of coho salmon and sockeye salmon. I used to buy my steaks from Omaha. I heard about that. I've seen a lot of deals on that. I bet they were really good. Yeah, and I bet they're expensive too. I had caviar, of course, pretty good. That was back when I was living a little larger, going to places like that. And then they have a whitefish box. It's a curated variety of Pacific cod, halibut, and rockfish. We're going to get the wild salmon box. And this wild salmon box consists of 12 or 24 individual 5-ounce portions of wild caught seafood. Money back guarantee. Skip or cancel. We're going to continue to box size. Well, I want to see how much this is. Yeah, those steaks do look delicious. I've seen them. A 12-pack of 6-inch salmon is $120. $145. So I don't know if that's worth it. I would just go ahead and buy it from the Better grocery store right there by my house. Well, that's a good company to know then. Glad you told me about it. Set my notifications. Boogala caviar. And that's buying direct from the dealer, shipped to you. And it's not that expensive. There you go. They're very rich. There was a very rich Arab girl in grade school who offered me caviar from her cold lunch. I said no, so I regret it. Yeah, I bet that was some good stuff. You should have taken it. You know, she had the best of the best. They probably packed her a nice lunch every single day. You should have befriended that girl. Went to her house and chilled. Wonder what happened to her. Well, Bill says he's eaten salmon, eggs, and sushi with sushi. I don't know if I've ever had salmon eggs. She disappeared halfway through the school year. That's crazy. Maybe they moved up. Moved up to the big leagues. Got their turn at bat. She probably went home and told her parents those kids don't eat caviar. And they said, well, we got to get you out of that school. Those are the common folk. We can't have you hanging out with those kids. Well, Bill says, once you get over the fear of eating fish eggs, nothing to it. Just scoop them up and eat them. They pop in your mouth. Tiffany says, yeah, I had PB&J and Ruffles in my Wonder Woman lunchbox. That's funny. I have a rich uncle. Maybe he'll offer me caviar one day. I remember the first time I had escargot, and that was okay. Nothing I'd rush out to eat again. I was at a fancy restaurant somewhere. I think I'll be getting me some caviar. Snailed anyone? Escargot. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had that in a long time. It was all right. I mean, I did not love eating escargot. Fish eggs, caviar, that's okay. It doesn't bother me. Snails, yeah, 1996. That's when I was living large as well, Tiffany. Those were the days. If I could only go back. I had to really get over the fear of eating a snail. Yeah, it wasn't a fear. It was just, well, do I really want to eat a snail? You know, how good could it really be? I thought it was kind of salty, or what I had. Yeah, that's a little salty. I just didn't love it. And I ate it a few times just because I was with people where we were, and it was on the options. But if I never eat escargot again, I'll be perfectly fine. Didn't know about it. Didn't know about what? Escargot and snails? To try it, yeah. Yeah, the same here. I could live without it. Well, Bill said there's a specific dish that you make with them using a lot of garlic and herbs and tons of butter, and you can eat them like a candy bar all day long. Yeah, it did seem like something you could eat all day. And come to think of it, I do remember it being very garlicky as well.
I'm not sure I understand.
I think I had to use a special utensil to eat it. Laura says that powdered milk killed my heartburn fast. Yeah, I think you're the only person I know who has powdered milk in their house. I find that Tagamet works. Did you guys ever eat the pickled eggs? I am not a big egg person. I just don't like the I don't like the yolk part in the boiled egg. So no, I've never eaten them. I haven't had a boiled egg since I was in grade school, and they would have them for lunch when we would have outdoor trips. I could eat the yolk, I mean the white part, but then when I got to the yellowish part, I didn't like it. Maybe my taste buds have changed. Eggs are a good source of protein, and they're really healthy. And Lori has eaten pickled eggs and quail. Tiffany, I developed an egg allergy about 3 years ago. My whole face and lips swelled up. I can no longer have eggs, but I miss them. That's so strange that you developed an allergy later on in life. I never heard of that. I would hate to get an allergy at this point in my life to something that I loved and eaten. But eggs, I guess you could easily avoid them. What about what about fried eggs or scrambled eggs? You just have an allergy to eggs now? That's so weird, man. I got angioedema. Wow. My ex-husband was allergic to eggs? Goodness. I have a friend who's allergic to shellfish. And that's kind of a common allergy. People are often allergic to that. I would hate to be allergic to shellfish. I've eaten a raw quail egg in a Japanese restaurant in Denham a few years ago, Wild Bill says. He can eat them scrambled, but can eat them, but not fried. Very strange, Lori. Very strange. Tiffany says, I only eat the eggs if they're baked in a cake or something. Well, that's good since you're a big baker. That would kind of limit your baking if you could not eat eggs. But not scrambled or omelet. Oh, I love an omelet. That's one of the few things I could cook. I can cook an omelet. No, not boiled. And sweet pea he was too. Yeah. That's so sad, Tiffany. I'm sorry you can't eat them anymore. Gosh. What a weird thing to be allergic to. Like, why couldn't you have become allergic to something you already hated? Wouldn't that have been a better reality? I don't know why things like that happen. Crepes. Yeah, crepes are nice. Flip it and all. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do make a good omelet, Lori. Wow, that's cool. That's talented. You should do that as a video. Crepes. They sold crepes at the event I went to at that festival. In fact, they were the best crepes available, if I remember right, from what the sign said. Best crepes available. Yeah, I was eating eggs Benedict and I couldn't breathe. Face swelled up. My lips were about as twice as big. My mom took a photo of me like that. Well, hopefully she rushed you to the doctor also. Did you know that it was the eggs at the time, or did they have to tell you? Oh, I bet. But I mean, I get why she took it. You may have had to show it to somebody, show the doctor what happened. I get it. Oh no. So do you have to carry EpiPens with you now, or do you just avoid it? Yeah, I bet it was scary. I bet it was so scary to have that happen. Yeah, that's so strange to have that happen when you're an adult. You'd think when you made it that long, you probably dealt with everything like that you had to deal with for a while. Maybe when you get older, you'll have something to deal with. But to be allergic to something you love is terrible. So, did that happen that one time and you never tried them again? If it happened to me, I would probably think, well, maybe I'm not allergic to eggs. Like, I may have not eaten them for a year. And then after that, I would have said, well, maybe I'm not allergic to them. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Did you ever do that? Because that's what I would have done. Yeah, I guess I understand. Yeah, I don't want to. Of course, don't eat them again. I just know what I would have done at some point within those 3 years. I would have said, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe something crazy happened. Y'all, I really love these lives with y'all. I'm glad you love it, Lori. It is fun. I'm glad we did it. Wild Bill says, I'm not allergic to any food out there at all. I can eat anything out there. That's good. Now my husband is 51. Strawberries. Wow. So I guess you're not going to go to the Strawberry Festival in Ponchatoula. Yeah, well, we should probably quit talking about it because it may make you hungry for eggs. And every time I made scrambled eggs, they came out so eggy, like almost eggy. They'd give me heartburn, like Lori had today. And I just said, well, why, when I make eggs at home, they're like that, but if I eat them at a restaurant, they're delicious. Oh, I don't like deviled eggs. I know people love those, but I don't like them. And one time I was on a movie set, and the scrambled eggs there were so good. And I was working there for an extended shoot, and I finally asked him, why does your eggs taste so good? And when I make eggs at home, they're not this good. And he said that because they use milk in them or cream or something. And I never knew that. Yeah, like I say, I like the white part of the eggs, but I don't like the center. When it's fried, though, I do like the center part when it's liquidy. But I mean, maybe when Easter comes, I'll dye eggs. I mean, because I'll dye them with the zombie baby, and it'll be fun. But until then, probably not. I have a cousin. I have a cousin that I make deviled egg and potted meat. That's what we turn the hurricanes down here. Yeah, some people. Yeah, and so their eggs were so good. And he gave me the little way to do it. I tried it their way, and it was good. Yeah, that would be nice. Make green ones. They'll all be green. I had to know how they prepared it while they did. Over easy egg cooks hate to have to make them because they require. I don't know. What are over easy eggs? I don't know the names of all the eggs. It doesn't, yeah. And zombie green. That'd be so much fun. I'll definitely do it. I'll make a full on video about it. Or maybe we'll do a live. You never know. Lives are so much fun. Egg in a hole. That's with bread, right? My mother used to make fried eggs all the time when I was a kid. I never even had scrambled eggs until I was like 8 or a little older, maybe younger. And I stayed at a friend's house, our neighbors, and and their dad made scrambled eggs for everybody in the morning. I'd never seen them. Yeah, sunny side up. That's my favorite. Sunny side up. That even sounds happy. Well, he's a kid. He's got to celebrate them. I want him to have a good childhood. I try the best I can to give him the most normal life possible. I should bring him to my aunt's house for Thanksgiving. Overway is where you fry an egg and leave it in the over easy. Okay, so over easy is where you fry an egg and leave the yolk in a liquid form. Yeah, that's what my mother used to do. Oh, thanks, Tiffany. That's so nice. I try my best. Okay, so what's sunny side up then? I thought that was sunny side up when the yolk was liquidy. That is my favorite way to eat an egg. I have to learn to cook it that way. Okay. Over easy. What's sunny side up though? What's the difference between over easy and sunny side up? Oh, sunny side up must be where you cook the yolk until it gets hard. Oh, there you go. Same thing, but less fried. One day I'll learn to cook that. I miss eggs Benedict, that moat. That was my favorite. Yeah, well, we should quit talking about eggs. Since you can't eat them, we don't want to make you want to eat eggs again. That's, so we'll have to change our subject. We'll talk about something you can still eat. I remember I used to be in a restaurant. It's okay. That is my favorite too. Yeah, you might as well tough it out. But like I said, if it were me and all of a sudden I became allergic to eggs, I would eventually want to try them again just to make sure because it could have been a fluke. But I get it. See, I will get eggs and I'll get a bunch of things every now and then. And I say, oh, yeah, I'm just going to start cooking at home. I need it. But I'll do it once and then things happen. Life gets complicated and I never do it for weeks and everything I bought goes bad. And that's why I don't even try cooking on a regular basis. My eggs, I made him powdered eggs and it worked. Oh, trust me, my mind is gone there. Powdered eggs? Laura, y'all have powdered everything at your house. Powdered milk, powdered eggs. You must be ready for the apocalypse because that's too much powdered stuff. I didn't even know they made powdered eggs. Gross. Yeah, powder stuff galore, Lori. What's up with that? It's an emergency thing in my army family. I guess that makes sense. You know, Wild Bill, I know, is prepared for the apocalypse as well. So you guys have something in common. At least I think he is. And maybe somebody else who told me that. I think it was my friend Chuck who's prepared for the apocalypse, not Wild Bill. I can make them not powdered. Costco has the Apocalypse collection. Is that a fact, Lori? I mean, Tiffany, my sister loves shopping at Costco. I didn't know they had Apocalypse food there. That's awesome. I've been there once, but I'm not a member. I didn't want to join the club. I have a little neighborhood grocery store here, and I have Trader Joe's. That is crazy. That would encourage me to go there. Let me see with this. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty new. Oh my God. When I went to Costco for the first time, I hear how good about it. My uncle and aunt shop there. My sister loves it. And so I said, well, I was in that area. It's by the Celtic Film Society. And so let me go check this out. I go straight to the front door thinking I could walk in there. And the guy says, oh, you can't come in here. You need a membership. And so I went there and they gave me like a day membership where I was just able to walk in that one day. It would surprise me about is all the big giant stuff. I felt like I was in Giant World. There was a big jar of cookies, a big jar of milk, big jar of this. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. It's the economical end of the world food. I was prepared for it, but sold a lot of my guns except one. I did buy emergency food from a company called Patriot Pantry. Yeah, I hear that company all the time. I thought of ordering some of that stuff too. Yeah, everything is huge at Costco. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Let me see. Trader Joe sells a apocalypse bucket that will last 25 years. That is so funny. Let's see. The apocalypse bucket has 150 freeze dried and dehydrated meal servings. Has caused a stir on social media. Gosh, it's only $79.99. That's pretty cheap. The bucket boasts that it's more than just food. It provides a readiness, in fact, of it's an uncertainty. The bucket features 80 entrees, 20 breakfast servings, 40 drink servings. You just need water to prepare for a total of 2,528 calories. Interesting. I'm sorry, did I say Trader Joe's? I meant Costco. Sam's and Costco are mostly for people who own companies. Yeah, I would think so too. That's what I told my sister and aunt. I live by myself. Why do I need a big giant thing of chicken? Yeah, we have one Costco here. We don't have a bunch of them. Interesting, interesting. Tiffany says my uncle buys me a Costco membership every year. Oh wow, that's so nice of him. That's a great gift. Yeah, because when I went there, it's like, whoa, God, I don't want to pay for a membership. Why would I do that? Everything is huge. Yeah. I like small things. I like little tiny things. I don't want big giant things. Yeah, $60 a year. If I lived close to Costco, sure, I would get one. And if it was a store that was by my house and it was convenient, sure, I'd get, but it's not. And I'm not going to drive all over creation just to get some big giant food. Oh, I get it, Lori. If you got kids, sure, go to Costco because you have a whole family. You have all those kids around, and you have a husband. So yeah, if I had all that, I probably would say, "Oh, I got to go buy this big giant stuff." But for me, it's just going to go bad. But I may buy this Costco bucket and keep it somewhere. And when things go down, I'll have that bucket. People own restaurants go to the same Sam's and Costco and buy food in bulk at a discounted price. You must be a member to get into the store and agree to be stopped at the store for a receipt. There you go. I get panic attacks when I go to Costco and people everywhere. Yeah, I know what you mean. I hate being around all those people sometimes. That's why I don't like going to Walmart or anything like that. You got to wait in the line with all those people. You know, it's too much. But I do like that they have a Costco emergency bucket. I may tell my sister to get me that. So when things go down, I'll be ready. Even when people hear what I'm cooking, they show up like I haven't seen you in a while. Oh yeah, if y'all live closer to you, Lori, I'd go to your house, have a nice meal with your family. Why not? The snack bar. Us epic people go to Costco just to eat lunch. And a hot dog and a Coke for 50 cents. I didn't know they had that. That is good. I do remember when I went there, they had all those people offering me free food as I walked around. I thought that was so nice. I got some snack mix and stuff like that. Lori said they got the buckets at Walmart. So there you go. I don't have to worry about it. I don't want a Costco. I don't want a Walmart apocalypse bucket. I want a fancy apocalypse bucket. I want a hoity-toity apocalypse bucket. So at least I'll be living in style in my home. Yeah, those snack mix were so good. They were yogurt covered nuts and crispy things, and wow, it was good. Wild Bill, I used to have a Sam's account at the one in Denham, and you could buy a 5-pound can of nuts, 5-pound can of beans, half a pound of cold or pork. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, the one I saw on this clip of Costco, it's square too. So apocalypse buckets must have to be square. You know what? If it's square, I would not call it a bucket. A bucket is round. If it's square, I don't think that's a bucket. That's just me. Buckets have to be round. It's not a bucket. Why are they lying like that? There you go. Same thing. Same thing. Just like ice cream is a square bucket. No, I don't think that's a bucket either. I don't call that a bucket. I get a kick out of watching him try to sell it. Who are we talking about now? Everyone thinks that number 4 prawn shrimp are huge, but they're babies. There are shrimp out in the ocean that are as big as you. I don't believe that. I don't think shrimp get as big as people. I never heard that before. That's crazy. That shrimp would be a monster. If it came on land, it would kill us all. That's what horror movies are made out of. I never heard that. That's a new one on me. It must have a lot of legs. Yeah. You know, they should try to catch those big giant shrimp. Imagine how many people they could feed. You could have a big giant shrimp party. Yeah, I'll look it up, Wild Bill. Don't worry about it. I want to see that myself. I mean, I believe you. It's just wild. I would love to eat one of those big giant shrimp. You could feed several people on one shrimp. It's as big as a person. You'd have to get a whole special table for it because it's so heavy. Yeah, you can make a fortune on shrimp dip. You get one shrimp and you can make shrimp dip for the whole year. Yeah. Tiffany says she misses Red Lobster. They went out of business here. We had a Red Lobster in Baton Rouge. I'd never been once. I don't know if it's still open or not. I think I did hear that it was closing. And I don't know why I've never been to Red Lobster. I have a lot of restaurants close to my house. And I guess I just never made it out there. But I bet it's delicious. Laurie says at Rouse's they sell live lobster. When I was a kid, there used to be a restaurant called the Mirror Steakhouse. And if you go there, you get to pick out your own lobster from their aquarium. And that was kind of interesting. Red Lobster was there. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Hard to believe Red Lobster is going out of business like that. Did you know there was such a demand for chicken that the farmers cannot kill them fast enough to ship them out to restaurants? Oh, I know. The chicken industry's terrible. I've seen videos of how they're all raised in factories now, and they never see the light of day. They are just trapped and live in these little tiny cages. They have to snip their beaks off because they're going to attack each other. And then they inject them with hormones and chemicals so they grow bigger than there should be. So because of that, they can't walk because their bodies are so big. So that is one reason why you should not eat chicken because they are treated terribly. But, you know, it's hard to eat as a vegetarian. Tiffany says, I heard the millennials and Gen Zs don't like beef. Oh, they love chicken. They love it. They want to meal prep. They'll cook like 7 or 8 chicken breasts and eat chicken every day. Yeah, it breaks my heart too. It's so sad. I was watching this video about it. And eggs are no better. Because the egg leggings chickens have it rough. They inject them with chemicals. They have to produce egg after egg after egg after egg after egg after egg. Their whole life. And you know, you're right. But it's easy to forget about it. It's so easy to eat chicken or whatever you want to eat, meat. You know, the only way to be a vegetarian is to cook for yourself. And I don't really know how to cook that well. Yeah, they're packed together in those crates, never seeing the light of day. Their whole lives injected with chemicals. And then after they're dead, they put more chemicals on them, and you're eating that. It's a terrible industry, the food industry. I couldn't work there. My father used to own a meat brokerage company, so I actually went to the meat producing plants. And those were the most hideous experiences that I've ever experienced in person. It was like torture chambers. It was nothing but torture there. My mom is vegan, but even before she hated eggs. Yeah, sometimes being vegan is a little too much. Their skin gets kind of wrinkly because they're not getting enough protein. Not to change the subject, but you know I want to go to the zoo. I heard it's changed a lot. Oh yeah, that's a future video. I want to go with my friend Summer, who you've seen in the video. They redid the giraffe area, and you're gonna be able to feed giraffes. It's some exotic thing where they have giraffe feedings. The Baton Rouge Zoo has changed tremendously. Oh, I don't know about the New Orleans Zoo. I know that the Baton Rouge Zoo has been updated. I heard the new chopper chicken has 3 legs. The bird is so fast they cannot catch it or shoot it or eat it. Wow, Bill says, I heard that their new type of chicken has 3 legs and it's so fast they cannot catch it, shoot or eat it. I want to see that chicken. Wow, Bill, you've been telling some interesting stories today. There's a giant shrimp and there's a chicken with 3 legs. I would like to have that running around my yard and we could try to catch it. But you know, chickens have been altered so much. Chickens have been genetically changed because they want them to produce more meat. So they probably, that chicken with 3 legs doesn't surprise me. You know, when you inject those chickens with chemicals, you are going to get mutations like that. That's how, you know, those chickens take over the world. You know, you see these movies back in the old days where the chicken grows and grows and grows. Attack of the Giant Chicken and all that stuff. That could happen. Lori's never been to Baton Rouge. And I didn't know Baton Rouge had a zoo. Sure it does. You should go to Baton Rouge. Lori, go tour the USS Kidd. Go see the new old state capitol. There's a lot you can see in Baton Rouge. There's a Magnolia Mound plantation. I wouldn't go to that, but yeah, Wild Bill has terrific stories. He always did. He always did. I've never been to Baton Rouge. I meant the zoo. Oh, you never been to the Baton Rouge Zoo. I got you. Yeah, I would imagine you would have been to Baton Rouge. But if I lived in Houma, I wouldn't go to Baton Rouge. It's too far. But I would have had to come here for something. You were playing. Laurie said she's playing basketball today. That's a weird thing for an adult to do. Where were you doing that at, and who were you playing with? Your kids, probably. That makes sense. Yeah, I was never into sports, but yeah, you got kids, probably playing with your kids, I would imagine. Or your relatives. Ah, your sister. Oh, is that who you had Mexican food with today? Your sister? And those pictures you showed me? She's 36. Let's take a look at her. Oh, she's pretty cute. Yeah, you didn't tell me that was your sister. Yeah, that sounds fun. Y'all drink drinks, ate Mexican food in that nice restaurant. I see those big giant drinks. What a fun day. The El Paso Mexican Grill. Oh my God. And she's a Pisces too? Is she a Pisces? Lori, is your last name French? Watermelon. That's awesome. They look delicious. My last name is my marriage name. Yes, French. It was originally Vetrano, Italian. I thought it sounded French. Yeah, it does sound French. Marcel. It's a nice last name. Yeah, you're still French too. You're everything. A little bit of everything. Merci. Good lineage, a little bit of everything. Merci is French for thank you. Yeah, it sure is. Merci. My grandmother used to speak French when I was a kid. She and her sister, anytime they didn't want us to know what she was talking about, they would just slip into French. I kind of wish I learned French back then. But when they were kids, French was one of the major languages in Louisiana. But for whatever reason, they banned it. They would not want kids to speak French in schools and such. But if they wouldn't have done that, we would have all been bilingual down here. But now I don't know French. I love France. Been to Paris twice. Beautiful city. What? They banned French in schools down there? Yeah, they did not want children speaking French for whatever reason. They just wanted everybody to get away from it. I think they did that because they didn't think that people could be bilingual. My grandmother used to tell me about that all the time. How they would discourage them from speaking French. Yeah, that was the old days for you. Maybe they thought it would hold them back. I don't know. But we're the only country, one of the few that's not bilingual. There's a candy called Merci that you can buy at Walmart. You know what Wild Bill and I were talking about one time is Toblerones. And my favorite candy ever was this dark chocolate Toblerone that I had overseas, and I've only seen it here in the World Market store. And if I'm ever in that area again, I'll go get one because I've wanted a dark chocolate Toblerone ever since. Yeah, they're so good. Every now and then you will see the milk chocolate ones, but you're never going to see that dark chocolate one, except for that one store I went to, which was the World Market, and they have things from around the world in there. Yeah, if you ever go in there, go get a dark chocolate Toblerone. It's so good. It's not French, it's Swiss. Oh yeah, I know that the Toblerone is not French. It just made me think about it when you talked about that other candy bar. Merci. Yeah, it's so divine. One day when I'm in there, it's by Best Buy down here. I never go that far. But if I ever do, I'll go back in there and get it. I don't see how that store stays in business. How popular could it be? Grazie, grazie, grazie. Yeah, if you guys are ready to call it a night, we can. Yeah, he's sound asleep. He fell asleep right here in the corner. He's laying down. I'll have to bring him to his bed. He's had a long day. It's way past his bedtime. Yeah, he should sleep good. He stayed up real late tonight. He's been active. And he'll come out again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a good topic. Did you ever see The Sopranos, Lori? That show was so good back in the day. Yeah, good night, Tiffany. Thanks for hanging out with us. We may be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll have something to say. Why not? We get so bored. Why not come out here? It's a lot of fun. And you guys, I think we are going to call it a night because it was been a long one. We talked about a lot of cool things. We talked about eggs. We talked about Costco and the apocalypse. We talked about how to give the devil a black eye. Got all spiritual and positive. So, yeah, bye, Tiffany. We're going to sign off soon. Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah, I may start saying that while Bill. Wouldn't that be fancy if I said that to people? Auf Wiedersehen. It's German for goodbye. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we're going to touch base. I mean, I'm sure I'll be here tomorrow. You guys don't have to come. Somebody might. Maybe I'll have something interesting to say. Maybe I'll do a product review tomorrow. Reading your mind about what? Ah, German. Achtung. Achtung. I'll send those flowers too. Yeah, send them. I'll post them in the. I don't know if Tiffany reads my communities tab. Some people probably. I don't know if they really go to my page. I think she subscribed to me, so if she did, she'll see them. Maybe she only goes into the shorts feed on YouTube. Who knows? Yeah, Tiffany's pretty cool. I'm glad we found her. She found us. She fits in pretty good. She's around our age. Yeah, it's a really good crowd we got out here on these lives. Pretty interesting, different, diverse group. Yeah, Wild Bill's definitely awesome. I've known Wild Bill since over 30 years, probably. Yeah, it would be nice if we could all share stuff in the chat, but it's just not how it is. But it's still a lot of fun. What's this button here? So, are you going to do a video on opening a gift for Christmas? I don't get Christmas gifts. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to pronounce that. I know it's not Domo. You did see me open a gift. You know who sent me that gift was Wild Bill. You did see me open a gift one year. That's true. I forget that my world is an open book to everybody. Yeah, well, that was one year. We don't exchange gifts every year. That was just a special thing that he did. Ah, Exani. I don't know how to speak the Asian languages. Yeah, I appreciate it. I do appreciate your support of my channel. My vlog. Who knows what my next one will be? All right, guys, it's 1 o'clock. We should probably go to bed. We got maybe something to do tomorrow. I don't know. Shay Shay? Shay Shay means thank you. Shay Shay. I don't know if I read that right though. There you go. Yeah, Shay Shay for being on here, everybody. We had a good time. Great talks as always. Good crowd. It's a lot of fun. I don't know what I would have done without the lot. Yeah, I know. I know you're dealing with a lot, so I'm glad we're here for you. It gets our mind off of things. Oh, my pleasure, Lori. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Wild Bill, for coming out and joining too. It's fun out here in live world. If only everybody knew how much fun it was. Yeah, I'm kind of a loner too. I mean, people see me on YouTube. And they think that, my life is all exciting like that, but a lot of it's smoke and mirrors. I've just put it out there. I'm glad you found a home in our live reality. It's fun. We'll be back tomorrow for another day. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday. Who knows what we'll talk about? I'll try to have a theme for tomorrow. The hardest part is waiting for people to come because I have to talk during that time. What's going on Friday? All right, Wild Bill, thanks for coming. We'll talk to you soon. Lori, we'll touch base tomorrow. You guys be good, sleep tight, and until the next time, sayonara. That means goodbye.